So there's a Yahoo lifestyle article, and it says, as a disabled woman, the goblin mode trend just doesn't sit right with me, right? And so there's a trend online where girls will be like, I'm in goblin mode, and they put their sweater on, and the idea is like, I'm just ordering DoorDash. I'm not going anywhere. I'm goblin mode.
Yeah.
That's kind of
not showering for 3 days.
I'm not even showering. I'm just goblin mode.
It's like literally just depression. It's like they say it in the thing, but you're like...
They're making it cool, though.
Yeah, they're like, you're just depressed.
Right.
Like, I'm goblin mode. You go, maybe get some sun.
So they don't say it's depression. They say it's goblin mode.
Well, of course. I mean, wait, are you saying that women are going to justify their crazy shit by some cool...
So it's the latest trend, but this girl's basically the gist of her article is because she's disabled, she's like, you're like appropriating goblins because I have no choice to be like a goblin.
See, I really wish it was more like actual. They go, we found a real goblin.
That's what she's saying.
No, but like not even just a person who's disabled. Like they just go find a goblin, someone who identifies as an actual.
She goes, they're calling it a mode. I've been living goblin existence for the best part of 5 years. So these people have some nerve.
I mean, literally 95% of every comic we know lives like this.
The goblins?
Goblin mode.
Well, this girl is, I guess, in like a wheelchair or something, and she thinks they're appropriating the term goblin from her, and she's actually a goblin. Goblin mode is a rejection of anything aesthetically pleasing. It's the idea of lying supine in your space and relishing your own comfortable or uncomfortable instead of self-improvement. It is a regression into a cavernous hole and caring about nothing at all. And she's sort of saying that she doesn't like it that, hot chicks on TikTok are out here.
Are also depressed.
Well, she's saying she has no choice. You're out here telling people you're a goblin. You're fucking not half the goblin I am. And then she says to me, and within the Crip communities I reside in, so she calls...
Oh, she's like, word? You a Crip?
Oh, word? Well, they call the
word?
Crippled communities the Crip communities. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the best.
It's like it's from South Park, yeah. So I guess that caught on when they call themselves the Crip communities. He said, goblin mode is a natural state of being. Crip, short for crippled. Well, okay, we got that. Reclaims the slur. So I don't know if anyone used crippled as a slur. I thought that was actually you're crippled, is it not? Like if you see that person's crippled, you go, stop, that's our C word.
I guess that's one of those things where...
What's up, crippled?
It starts as the term and then just you use it enough and then people go, hey, that's our word.
Yeah, I don't really know how that one's a slur.
You know what's actually really funny is a lot of like on the news and financial stuff, like news and stuff, they keep referring to the recession as the R word. They keep going, I don't want to talk about the R word, and they just keep saying it.
Donald Trump said that Putin was saying the N word, and then he was talking about nuclear. That was probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. But yeah, basically, this is the equivalent of reclaiming stuff's always funny, where it's like someone calling you like a fat slob, and it's like, I'm a fat slob today, and you go, oh, you think that you can just call yourself a fat slob? I have no choice but to be a fat slob. You could help it. Yeah.
That must be nice.
Oh, you ate a couple extra, scoops of ice cream, so you think you're a fat slob. I live this life.
I just shit in a can.
Yeah, I'm about this life. I'm a fucking slob, dude, through and through. I don't have sheets on my bed.
No.
Because I can't. And then she kind of goes into weird stuff. So she goes, this is not to say that all people with disabilities will relate to the goblin mode. So she's saying, just so you know, not every person with a disability is a goblin.
Yeah, some of us are trying to like go above.
Yeah,
rise above.
But she said, but they should have the option of being called goblins first. But for those of us who do, it's a political stance and a way of existing. It's both a political stance and a way of existence. So basically she's saying some crippled people are goblins, some of the Crips are.
Ryan, would you ever...
some of them are Crip goblins. That's a good rap name, by the way, Crip Goblin.
Would you ever consider doing one of your streeter videos where you go at like 4 a.m. when the bars let out and you just find the most just mess chicks and just go up to them and be like, you're appropriating goblin culture
You're
right
appropriating
now?
Goblin culture right now.
How do you feel about that? And just stick a fucking...
This is not okay. Excuse me, are you a Crip goblin or are you just a normal
they're just
goblin?
like fucking eating a pizza and sauce all over their face. And
this is rude to people who are actually goblins. I don't know if you know this, but there's some people that can't move their arms and legs. And
I know you're trying to be a goblin and they're like, what?
Yeah, some Crip communities often embody goblin mode because there is no choice. I'm writing this in the same outfit that I've been wearing since last Sunday. But this is where it falls apart for me, where I go, because I get I don't even get it, but she's sort of saying people are lying around and being like, I'm a goblin. She's like, I'm actually.
Yeah, well, they're trying to be cutesy about it. Like, goblin mode.
And she goes, you don't even.
It's just like eating pizza in bed. And you're like, goblin
But then
mode.
she's like, I haven't changed in 2 weeks, for example. And you go, I don't. Like,
yeah, my caretaker's been away and I haven't been able to get out of the house.
Why don't you change if you're like in a wheelchair? I feel like you could still change if you want to change.
It's hard. I'm sure it's hard.
In Crip culture, there's often no time for grooming or false pretenses. Are they busy? Like Crip is that like a big thing that crippled people are very busy? Well, she's sort of saying it's like you don't know this hustle bustle life of being a Crip with all the shootings.
Oh, planning all these drive-bys.
Well, she basically says she can't change because she doesn't have enough time.
Weird.
Well,
maybe it takes so long.
You think a lot of them probably like get government money and stuff like that?
Yeah,
and don't work.
They're like on disability and stuff.
Well, she's saying she's like working 2 jobs sort of thing, I guess. Or just every day is like 2 jobs, I guess. We have no qualms about admitting to our DoorDash usage. Crip communities work hard online to ensure we do not feel shame for relying on Amazon. So I don't know why you would. Yeah, like...
That's a new one. I have not heard anybody shamed for their Amazon
or
usage.
DoorDash. Yeah, it's just she's just saying stuff that people do, but she's saying like if I come out and I go, "Oh, I'm so lazy, I just ordered DoorDash," and she was like, "I have no choice to order DoorDash." So she doesn't want anyone doing any like
it's just
lazy people
ableism.
stuff.
Just no ableism.
I think that's the gist of it. She thinks it's very ableist.
Like she's like, I'm going for a walk, and she goes, okay.
No, but she actually wouldn't mind you going for a walk if you said, I think I'm not going to go for a walk. I'm lazy. And you go, lazy? Why is that lazy to just not go for a walk? That's my normal life. That's my everyday life, pal. You couldn't last a day in my shoes because I can't find them.
Because I can't get to them.
Because I haven't changed them in 8 years. And I haven't publicized my goblin mode, even in private group chats with online disabled friends. I keep up appearances as a good working disabled woman. So she sort of says that her gist is that she's not actually, she doesn't put it out there that she's a goblin.
Yeah.
But she has written this article. So now the cat's sort of out of the bag.
Well, I think she's saying goblin mode is just there's a lot of things about goblin mode that are me, and I don't like it.
She was driving. She was going crazy scrolling through TikTok. Well, I could see why you go, hey, there's someone like sitting in a wheelchair being like, look, I'm a goblin. But it's the opposite. And then her being like, oh, so we're goblins. But she's not saying, oh, what? It's a goblin to be what I'm doing. What she's saying is like, hey, we're the goblins.
Yeah, we're the goblins. We don't call ourselves that.
Yeah, we're goblins. Stop trying to pretend you're also a goblin.
Is there any straight guy who's in goblin mode, or is it, like I feel like it's just all women?
No,
and
gay guys for sure.
Gay guys and women are doing this goblin mode thing.
I don't think
there's no straight guys. It's just like goblin mode.
No, I don't think so either. Fellas, thank you for watching that exclusive Boyscast clip and supporting the channel. If you want to support the podcast, we have a new episode every week at patreon.com/theboyscast. Only 5 bones, and there's a tons of episodes up there right now. So support the cast, support the boys.
Link right there.
Peace.